Hello YouTube, B3 here back with another kicking action figure review. Today's review is over yet another Marvel Legends figure, and my final figure from the Ant-Man Ultron Build-A-Figure wave. It is Grim Reaper from the Marvel Legends Infinite series. Yeah, so I got this guy and finally put Ultron together, so you'll see Ultron's review soon enough. Honestly, this guy doesn't really interest me. I tried to just find someone selling just the piece, but I really couldn't, not for a price I wanted to pay anyways. So, I was just like, I'll just wait. This figure isn't totally a widely known character. I barely know about him. All I know is what I wikied about him when the figure came out. And honestly, I don't really care terribly much for him. But at the same time, I needed the Ultron piece. So I waited, and now eventually I got him off Amazon for $6 and free shipping. So that was absolutely perfect. But yeah, Grim Reaper, Neo figure. Actually, his sculpt and detail is not bad, I guess. The head sculpt's pretty creepy. I like the eyes. He kind of looks like Aku from Samurai Jack, you know what I'm saying? You see that? Yeah. He's got kind of a skull and crossbones here. I kind of like this color purple or whatever that his suit is. That's pretty cool. He's got his big ass scythe thing, which actually has different shades of silver and stuff in it, so that's really cool. This different kind of gunmetal-y thing going on. Most of, him is kind of bland though, just plain old colors, pegals on the bottom of the feet, He does have this kind of gunmetal-y gauntlet thing over here. The paint is scuffed on it, but whatever. It's not that big a deal. His cape actually has paint shading on it. There's detail on the cape from the paint, which Hasbro never fucking does anymore. So that's really impressive that they decided to do that on this figure. Also, that's not really the only thing they did on this figure. He has a brand new buck. This is a brand new sculpt, and they're using it for other figures now, but it was on him first. So it's the Grim Reaper sculpt. Brand new buck, as you can see. Very obvious in the chest. When I first saw pictures, I thought it was just like, because he was standing kind of like at this angle, and I thought he might have been like the Hyperion mold, just at a weird angle. And I was like, well, that's dumb. Two Hyperion mold figures in the same wave, but he's not. So that's good. Very, very good. But yeah, now articulation, the head can go up a good decent amount. Down, of course, side to side. Very, very nice. Up and down on the arms, forward and back. You have that bicep swivel, double elbow bend, and you have a rotation on the scythe. And on the regular hand, you have the wrist rotation as well as forward and back. Yeah, ab crunch forward, ab crunch backward, detailed all the way up. Waist swivel right there. In and out on the leg, forward and back. You can kind of swing it out. Thigh swivel, double knee bend, down on the foot, up on the foot, and ankle pivot. The regular old Marvel Legends articulation. Mine has a bit of a defect. As you can see, this joint is up too far this way. So there's kind of like a little hang off there, and there's like a little cliff edge. It's very distracting. But from the front, you don't really notice very much. You kind of notice, but not enough for it to really bother you. And another thing about his cape is it doesn't like to stay on. You see the peg goes in that way, but then the cape sticks out really far. So it's a lot like the Vision's cape from the Hulkbuster wave, if you saw my Vision review, where it just kind of wants to fall down like that and then have the cape off of him. So I'm going to be doing most of the review with the cape off of him if you didn't already catch that. Fantastic, so size comparisons. Here on the left we have the movie Ant-Man, and here on the right we have Tiger Shark, both figures from his wave. As you can see, he's obviously not the Hyperion mold, because Tiger Shark is the Hyperion mold. And honestly, I think he scales fine for both of them, just fine. Now, since you just saw him with some Infinite Series figures, here are some Marvel Legends from other waves. Here on the left we have Ultron from the Iron Man 3 wave, and here on the right, the big-time Spider-Man from Return of Marvel Legends. And I think he's fine with them too, actually. I think he looks just good with your other Hasbro Marvel Legends. And if you want to see him with some Toy Biz Marvel Legends, here on the left we have a Spider-Man from the Spider-Man Classics line, and here on the right we have a Human Torch from the Fantastic Four movie line. And, I think they might just be a little small, like bulk-wise and stuff. They look really scrawny next to him and all. So maybe not these guys, but the Hasbro Marvel Legends seem to scale just fine. And here's with some Diamond Select Marvel Select figures. Here on the left we have the Disney Store exclusive Superior Spider-Man, and here on the right Anti-Venom. As you can see, he does not really scale well with either of them. So all in all, what are my final thoughts on the Marvel Legends Infinite Series Grim Reaper figure? Well, honestly, he's quite cool. He's a very, very cool figure. He's like, if he was a very well-known character, I'd say this was a great representation of him. Well, it is a good representation of him, but it's like, why make this figure? My only real problem with it is the cape. They put all that paint on it, but they really should have just made it fit his body, honestly. And there's nothing real special about him. Still a good figure. Still a decent figure. The paint on him is actually pretty good. But I just feel like it's not really enough. And I know he's not the most well-known character in the world. You know, life force stealing scythe hand guy. But all in all, I think I'm going to give this figure 3 out of 5 stars. I mean, just compared to the Ant-Man in the wave, everything else just kind of seems a little lackluster. The Ant-Man is really cool. The Wasp is good. And the other figures in this wave are just like, eh. You know? They're just kind of like, eh. So to really just, if you really just want one figure from this wave, I'd say go for the Ant-Man. If you're not building Ultron or anything. So yeah, Ultron review coming up. 3 out of 5 stars for this guy. Please remember to rate, comment, subscribe. Check out all the links in the description below. We got more Marvel Legend reviews coming your way, including Build-A-Figures. Also DC reviews, Godzilla Gigan stuff. You know, even Godzilla, Ultraman, and Gamera reviews. All kinds of reviews, you guys. Lots of Power Ranger stuff too. So yeah, check it all out. Thank you all so much for your support, and I'll see you all later.